on a new level. You know I'm on a new level. Pull up in foreigns, you know that I'm scoring, I'm on a new level.
Welcome back to Kings at the Table podcast, where if you're a king, you belong at the table. Juan, we're coming off our bye week. We didn't have an episode last week, so we got a lot to catch up on.
Absolutely. A good bye week. I mean, we had a lot of, fun stuff happen then, but we're talking about now, this weekend, another weekend jam-packed full of sports stuff. I mean, let's go ahead and just state the obvious. Is Shohei Ohtani possibly one of the greatest baseball players to ever bless us on the diamond?
Babe Ruth?
I mean, after that performance, I'm a Giants fan. I really, 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 and if you know me, I really dislike the Dodgers, but I mean, you can't, disregard greatness, and what he did was phenomenal. We'll probably never see that again in our lifetime because it was a complete show.
Yeah.
It was Shohei.
it was Shohei, and again, he's going to go down as an all-time great. 3 home runs when he's on the mound. I mean, something we haven't seen before.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's blessing. We're getting to see greatness right now. I mean, you know what they say, history often repeats itself. Before we've already got to see this one time with Babe Ruth. Now we're going to get to see it again. So it's repeating itself again. So, I mean, soaking it all in, at least being able to enjoy what you're watching, especially from a baseball fan perspective. It's something amazing. It's also, unheard of, obviously.
Right, and I know that's kind of hard for you to say, coming from a Giants fan, and you just got to tip your hat off to greatness. I would say, though, I think I have to take the Dodgers to win it all.
I mean,
regardless of
you can buy the championships, bro. I mean, it's all there in the money, right?
Sometimes.
Yeah. That part.
But buying things, I mean, we are rocking our new shirts.
Hey.
We got the all black, pure edition.
Clean as hell.
And we got the teal looking grayish.
Like off gray kind of thing. But, I mean, these shirts, amazing quality. Really, really, it's a good-ass shirt all the way around. Texture, feeling, everything like that. And it feels awesome.
For sure. And we're doing $35 for shirt. If you buy two for $60.
Yep. So, make sure you hit us up. Let us know if you guys are really feeling these. More to come. Our first drop of the season.
Definitely. Juan, we got a new family member here.
Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, my sister had her baby. She was pregnant. Mila, welcome to the family. She's going to be she's a blessing and everything. So, shout out to Miguel and Monica. Love you guys. Hey, Mila, welcome to the family.
Definitely. Welcome to the family. Congratulations. This next game we have to talk about, Juan. We do. It's let's not get into the NFL yet, but there was a big upset.
Big upset. You had number 2 Miami go down to Louisville. Unranked Louisville. They took them down Friday night. Okay. First off, Rich has never been a fan of this quarterback from Miami.
Yeah, Beck.
He's not a fan of him, and
he was with Georgia.
Transfer protocol went over to Miami. They started looking good. They started looking real good. High-powered offense, and went to number 2, and they went down like a sack of potatoes, and it's because Rich believes that Beck is not that guy.
Yeah, well, I mean, I hate that I have to come off that way, but, the games that I've seen and I've witnessed is something about his IQ. Now, I don't want to say that he can't get to that point, but as of now, he still hasn't showed it to me, and it's like, you're in Miami, you guys are getting all this shine right now, which is great because, I like the U.
Yep.
It goes back to these, Ray Lewis days. Who else? We got
Sean Taylor.
Legends.
All of them.
Right? But now you have Louisville coming, not even ranked.
Yep.
And you can't allow that.
Wet the bed. You know what I mean? Like, you guys, you would think, like, if you want to move up, obviously, we all know how we don't really know how the college ranking system actually really works. You know what I mean? You could have teams that have been blowing teams out all year long, and then they're still not ranked. So to take a big L like this, especially when you're ranked, that's huge. I can just see them dropping like real big because
3 or 4 spots, even more.
Maybe something like that. I mean, we saw what happened with Oregon when they lost last week,
and that was a tougher matchup.
Yeah, they played against Illinois, and they dropped down to, I believe, we're 7 now or 5, something like that. But
quack.
But they quacked this weekend though, man.
Yeah, that's right.
They blew out Rutgers, but go ahead and say what you will. We'll see how this college unfolds, in the new rankings and everything like that.
And then, Juan, before we get into the NFL again, we have to talk about this addition that the Kings has landed recently.
Mr. Westbrook himself,
The Brody.
the Brody.
My whole thing is, why not? That no pun intended. That's his line. People are asking, I don't really believe in that move. I don't get why they made that move. Why not?
Yeah.
That's
That's a different type of energy that we don't have here at the Kings. It brings that toughness, if you will.
right.
That like grit and stuff like that. I understand he can't get emotional during games and stuff like that, but I think with the cast that we probably have right now, this is a good team that can gel together. I feel like they can bring each other up. Again, like I said, Westbrook brings that harsher, not like that tough love mentality type of thing.
Yeah, I'm more so going towards the general manager, Scott Perry. He wants to build an identity, and he has these pillars that he's going based on how he wants to build the franchise. We're talking about a general manager that has won a championship with the Detroit Pistons. So he knows what it takes to win a championship. Not to get too carried away or off subject, but I believe that Westbrook is a key piece to building that identity. I'm not saying this year.
Mm-hmm.
He's thinking long term.
There you go.
So
Especially, all the veteran leadership and all, with everybody on the team, everybody should be soaking up the game from each other and pushing, to see if we can make a run this year, hopefully.
Yeah, and I know Westbrook's a little older and all, but let's just go straight into these older guys that we have.
The 40-40 clubs.
The Battle of the Unks.
The Battle of the Unks, the horrible Thursday night for me, actually, to be honest. Started off a little, exciting. We took the lead, or a nice little early lead. And
Let's tell them who we're talking about, though.
Oh, Mr. Rogers and Mr. Flacco.
And we're talking the Steelers versus Bengals, 31-33. It was an upset. Juan, we were texting throughout the game, and at halftime, you said, I feel like Vegas is in on it. And I asked Juan, are you telling me this game's over? And you said, no. I still believe the Steelers are going to come back and win, but a close one. It was a close one. They lost. Juan, tell me a little bit of the Steeler inside.
Man, so obviously there's still some things that need to get worked out. The Bengals, shout out to the Bengals because, man, they played a great game. At one point I kind of had that helpless feeling, if you will. Like I was like, can we do anything right now? We couldn't move the ball and stuff like that. It took a little bit to get that offensive surge to kick back up because at one point we saw what happened, turnovers, 2 turnovers back to back. Can't be doing that. I think that it was definitely an eye opener from the offensive standpoint. We can't just start off slow like that. We got to go full 100% speed. And we just got beat like that because the defense was asleep. Look at Jamar Chase. He set some records. If you had Jamar Chase in fantasy, hats off to you, baby.
Yeah, that guy has 16 receptions, 161 yards. Juan, what is going on out there? Because you guys did pick up Ramsey. Who's your other DB? You were speaking pretty high on.
We got JPJ, which is Joey Porter Jr. We drafted him out of Penn State, and then we have another Unk on the other side. We got Darius Slay, and it sucks because he's still doing Philadelphia Eagle things, man. He's getting burnt, toasted up, and everything. And there was a couple plays, man, where he was just left the tight ends wide open. Chase or T. Higgins, they had a nice game, so everybody was eating off that. Don't really understand that we didn't get no good pressure, so that's something they got to go back and look at.
Well, I just got to ask because we're obviously not going to get carried away off a loss, especially on a Thursday, a divisional game on the road. Now I know it was the Bengals; their offensive line been struggling,
yes,
but at the same time, you lost by 2. That game could have went in your way. You guys could easily be 5-1 right now. We're not saying that.
Oh no, we still got a lot of football left.
Okay,
so I'm not hitting a panic button or nothing. It's I guess you could say our trap game. So we'll see what happens going forward because we need to buckle up and get ready because the next couple games are going to be some tough ones. We got big names coming up.
Definitely, I like that one because there's another game that was pretty damn good. Well, we thought it was going to be good.
We thought.
And
they are who they thought they were.
Yeah, and we're talking about the Jacksonville Jaguars losing to the Rams 35-7. Not just losing, but getting dominated. Juan,
absolute domination. Matthew Stafford is amazing out there, man.
5 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns.
Respect. 3 for Devontae.
Woo.
Man, you had him on fantasy, bro.
Oh,
that's another W right there.
All 3 leagues.
Oh yeah, eat it up, baby. Just eat it.
Right. But we gotta ask because one thing I really been thinking about lately is these games in London, Juan, and I seen it. I seen what it does to teams, as far as the travel,
the fatigue.
the fatigue, the jet lag, getting back to the norm when you get back home,
Depending on what time zone you're at, you know what I mean? That could really be bad. I mean, we're talking long flights.
And I seen a veteran, TJ Ward, a Bronco veteran, came out the other day and was like, the NFL needs to stop this. Why are we going to London? I get to expand the sport, and it's a business thing, but why not have them come out here? What's the point of us? This is the American Football League. So, Juan, what's your thoughts on that, man?
It's cool. I see what the idea, the concept of what you're trying to do. Go out there, explore the fan base, because there's everybody watches all kinds of sports. Not only from football, baseball, soccer, all these sports. Everybody tries to watch what they like, and I get the fact that you're trying to expand it over there. But what are we really talking about? Like, one thing I noticed watching that Rams and Jaguars game, I don't know if you noticed, but my guys were sliding like real easy. And the whole time I'm like, man, someone's ACL is going to go out, just because like the way their field is styled is
Soccer.
way different. Yeah, it's way different. Like, you would see somebody tackle and they just like almost like it was like the road was slick.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So like the whole time I'm watching these guys take off and do these runs, and I'm like, bro, someone's going to slip. And there was a couple slips if you watch the game a little bit. But as far as that, I think you got to really think about the players when it comes to that field situation. Because, if again, you're doing this traveling, you're going overseas and everything like that. You're playing a game out there, and then you got to come in, and with all that, I think it could possibly lead to injuries. But, again, it's a business.
Right.
So, what are your thoughts on that whole situation like that?
Yeah, I agree. I just think more so it's like, okay, you're flying out there. That's like a half of a day, and it's going to be a half a day coming back. That's a whole day of you losing, whatever sleep or, just working out, whatever the case is. Those are hours that could be towards the season.
Yep.
These are hours towards money. Like, come on now. I get it, Commish. It's all about the Benjamins, but come on.
But also, too, think about the fans.
Right.
You're losing a game, whether it be a home game or something, or like maybe you're like, oh, you live close to the city or the town that your team is playing against, and this is like your one opportunity, and then you're like, oh, wait, I can't even catch my game because they're playing in London or in England or wherever they're playing.
Or I could even see more so if it was another country closer, like
Canada maybe or
Mexico. You're talking
like
maybe
that.
3 or 4 or 5 hours. You're talking, 10
Overseas,
plus.
over the ocean.
You're not going to have a team out there. Let's keep it real. There's not going to be a London team in our time.
I don't think so. That's way too much travel.
Imagine
you do like a tour circuit over there and then you got to come back. That'd be the craziest thing ever. Like, what are you going to do, really?
Yeah, so why? Okay, let's not get carried away with it, man, because what happens is we just got to shut it down. We just got to shut that down because that's what the Chiefs did to the Raiders.
Shut it down.
They shut them out 31-0, and I just cannot believe, Juan. I get it was the Raiders, no disrespect to the team, but how do you get total of 100 yards?
Did you watch that game?
Pieces, because it wasn't really one.
There you go. That's how you do it. There's that situation, bro. It is that time.
Blow it up?
Blow it all the way up, bro. Because what are we really doing here? What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and hoping for a different,
outcome.
It's not going to happen. They got to, as crazy as this sounds, man, like, you got to start scratch all the way down to the bottom. Everything. Like, just do a fantasy draft and pick up whoever you can and then just go from there. You got to, the mindset there is horrible. You know what I mean? Like, how do you feel confident going into any game?
You can't.
A big one that came out was one that I can't remember his name, but he's from the Browns. He's a defensive back. He's like, I almost forgot what winning feels like.
Oh, I saw that.
And think about that. Like, they have a harder time getting wins there versus like, the Raiders. If you had to pick, who do you want to play with, the Raiders or with the Browns? More than likely, sometimes you might say the Raiders because you have that little bit of faith in them. But dude, like, I'd rather play for the Browns.
Yeah. And some change needs to happen. Again, we can't just overlook what the Chiefs did because they did shut them out. This is an NFL team. 31 points is impressive. They got Rice back. They got their receivers.
They showed that they were ready to come back.
They got their mojo back.
Yep.
I do want to say, though, is their defense, Juan, because we always give the Chiefs offense credit. You shut out a team, man. Regardless, Raiders, Browns, Jags, Jets.
Anybody. you still held a team under 100 yards. That is impressive, no matter what the situation is. Because, I mean, hey, how many times do we see a splash play for a team? Somebody gets a splash play every time.
Somehow.
Some way, whether it be a 25-yard run, a 35-yard run, whatever. But they couldn't do anything, and the Chiefs' defense is looking pretty nice right now. And the record that they got, they're just creeping up a little bit.
Scary.
So, it could be.
Scary hours, huh?
Scary time. It is October.
Yeah. Well, the Titans. The Titans haven't been looking good. They lost to the Patriots 13-31. Drake May, though.
Welcome back, Mike Vrabel.
Yeah.
Right?
His revenge game.
He got his revenge all right.
We have to mention how Drake May is the first quarterback in their franchise history. We're talking Tom Brady.
Yes.
To go 90% when there's been 20-plus throws in a game. He went 21 of 23. There's a lot of twos. 222 yards and two touchdowns.
Two. Man, hey, you know what's crazy? And when you read that stat to me, I sat there and I was like, I felt like I've seen Brady do that before.
Multiple times.
Yes.
Thinking.
And just to have the thought that Drake May, second year, he's already did that one. I mean, that's a record that Brady didn't have already. We're talking about the success of Tom Brady's entire career in New England, all the championships he's brought, all the things he's done there. He's never had a game.
The GOAT. Come on.
Right?
The greatest of all time.
Bro. And he has never done that. That's hella crazy.
That's what's up.
That's crazy.
That's like
shout out to Drake May.
That's like Derrick Rose breaking them Jordan records during the Bulls.
Bro, that would blow people's minds.
Which he did, like certain little stats.
He had a couple stats that he has.
It's kind of like that.
But, I mean, just for your year two guy to go out there and do what he's doing, that's a lot of faith in him. And he might really be that good key piece that they've needed, especially at a quarterback standpoint, because you look at all these quarterbacks doing everything that they're doing. You know what I mean? Especially how it's kind of been like part twos. Everybody needs a part two, but right. he's still on his part one.
He's definitely their franchise quarterback for the future.
Oh, for sure.
What we have to ask, Juan, is it time? Because we kind of mentioned it last week on our bye week. We were kind of discussing.
Yep.
Can they win this division? They're 5-2. They're on top of the division. The Bills had a bye, so they have 4 wins. But
what could really happen?
What can really happen? I think they have a slight chance, Juan.
Well, let's look at it like, from the standpoint of who have the Bills really played. They played who was
Patriots.
The Patriots and lost. They played the Ravens, but the Ravens aren't that good.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I think the crazy stat line that I saw was like, I think all their wins came up to like 4 wins to like 20-something losses with the opponents that they've played.
No way.
Yeah, it's a crazy stat line.
Wow.
So, like, again, it brings the question, who have they really played? They had their first real, I guess you could say, battle with the Patriots, and we saw what they were able to do. Moving forward, let's see what really happens here because, hey, can the Patriots really keep continuing to win? Maybe they're really winning the games. I mean, they almost beat us in week 1. So, I mean, they're up there, man. They could be the real silent sleepers.
You know who, I don't want to get to the team that I want to talk about, but they're like the Broncos, man. Like they're like teams that are doing well, not getting that much recognition. 2 young quarterbacks. Their 2 losses could have easily been 2 wins.
Yep.
Both those teams could be undefeated right now.
And what would we be really talking about right now?
You know what I like right now, Juan?
The NFL's up for grabs.
Not just that, but we're going back to these, not too long ago where the Patriots were good, the Broncos, the Steelers, the Colts.
Kind of like the old school. I'm sure everybody's seen those little.
Those are the top dogs right now.
That's crazy.
Hey,
it's crazy. History repeats itself, bro.
It repeats itself.
It is right there.
And the Colts are on a 3-game win streak. They beat the Chargers. That was a hell of a game. Juan, what'd you think about that?
Bro, the Colts they're looking unstoppable lightweight because everything they got going on, they're looking good. Their offense is driving. I mean, is it time to say our bad to Daniel Jones a little bit? Because, I mean, he's flourishing like crazy there. You know what I mean? And we're talking about a guy who we both believe that, where's he going to go after this? Like, is anybody going to want him? Anybody going to pick him up? And he beat out Anthony Richardson, who was supposed to be their their future, their franchise, the next step, the new regime, the new Colts, and he outbeat him, and he's still outbeating him.
Juan, I agree with all that. I would say at one point, I said, Juan, I think the Steelers should go after Daniel Jones. Would you take him over Aaron Rodgers right now?
Right now, I kind of like what would look like. I mean,
But like even you're
maybe future wise, I mean,
overall, right now, if they said swap Rodgers for Daniel Jones,
I don't know about that one right now. Not at this exact moment. It's a huge thing. It also depends on.
That's a debate.
It depends on what you got around you.
Who you got right now?
Right now,
Rodgers.
well, we
or Daniel
play them
Jones?
in a couple weeks.
Okay,
So we'll wait till then, and we'll really see what's going down.
I like that then.
So we'll see what happens on that point.
Where y'all playing?
I think we play.
That's a good game.
I think we might be playing Indianapolis.
Okay,
I think so, but don't quote me on that one. But we'll see.
for sure. Shouts off to Jonathan Taylor though. He's playing like an MVP.
JT.
He's
Bro,
back.
He's back. Hey, he just needed a year off. That's
Yeah.
it. He'll be back. He was back.
Right. A team that is back. That I asked the question. Is it time to start asking about Caleb Williams? And what'd you say, Juan?
I said it's not that time yet, bro. We got to give him a little bit of time. And I mean, it started off ugly, but look what he's doing now.
0-2.
Bro, look at him now. He's looks good. Offense is moving. This is kind of like what we were anticipating for him to look out from the day one. Got to work out the kinks, give a little bit of time, and bro, look at these Bears. Now picking the Bears doesn't sound crazy.
4-game win streak.
Make that make sense, bro.
It can make sense because they got the pieces.
Oh yeah, and Caleb's looking good. You know what I mean? Like he's playing clean football. Still some mistakes here and there, but I mean, who doesn't have mistakes? But they're pushing through it. Defense is playing pretty solid. So watch out for the Bears, maybe.
Yeah, definitely watch out for them. But also, we can't just be like, it's they're gonna definitely be a winning record because it's still early.
Absolutely.
They got tough schedule, tough division. They could lose 4 in a row.
We don't know.
Right.
Any given Sunday.
Yeah, any given Sunday is the Panthers. That's their quote because they always be counted out, and they just won 3 games in a row.
Come
Panthers.
on now. Put some respect on it. Keep pounding, and they're pounding away, bro, because the running game over there is electric right now, bro. Like, they can run the ball. We've seen it like 3 straight weeks of straight run the ball. Shout out to Rico Dewey.
Yeah.
Is that how you say his name?
Yeah, Dowdy, or I could get the last name, but it's Rico.
Rico's out there looking Rico too smooth.
It's almost as if he was paid in full, huh?
Yeah, there you go. How do you want it?
Straight up. The receiver, though, Terry McMillan.
Put some respect on the rook.
Before the draft started, I said that's the best receiver out of the draft, strictly receiver, because Travis Hunter was in that draft. And I said he'll be a sleeper pick. Right now, he's looking like a sleeper pick.
He's definitely a nice target to have for Bryce Young. Everything that he's got going on, especially, being counted out for a long time and everything of that sort. But, definitely him coming out now, he's and it carried over from last season. Remember, we kind of started speaking on him a little bit. Rough start again for him, but everything seems to be looking good. Unfortunately, he might be missing a little bit of time.
You did tell me that.
So we'll see what happens. Maybe they'll rally together and they can keep pushing just for, keep them relevant in that division. The division's a little bit of a toss-up as far as after Tampa Bay.
Right.
So we'll see what happens within that, span, because we get weird glimpses of the Falcons right now. We're like, oh, they're good. Yeah. Oh, they're not that good. Oh, they're this. Oh, they're that. We can't really pinpoint them. We kind of see the Saints tough to even kind of give them a little bit of edge. They look like they got some fight in them.
Can't catch a break.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So definitely the Panthers could be a little bit woke up in that division. So take advantage of the times that you got.
Definitely. I like what the Panthers are building. Again, they don't have to make the playoffs to be a positive season or showing where they can go as far as their franchise. The fans have to just be a little more patient. Obviously they had to be patient last year with Bryce Young. And again, you just said, look how he's looking this year. You kind of saw it at the end of last year.
Yep, and that's when I really took notice of him. I remember I was watching that Falcons game, and I was like, I even told you, bro. I was all like, man, you know what? He's not that bad. I mean, he has a chance.
Yeah, I think the question, we were on the phone, we're like, who's been looking good lately? And then we both, you answered the question, and we're like, oh, shit. Like,
we're on the same page.
Yeah, basically. Well, a team that's on the same page right now and needs a lot of love because I am a big fan of their offense, Juan, and it's the Cowboys. 44 22 against the Commanders. You got Dak Prescott putting up numbers this year. I mean, you haven't seen a QBR rating this high in the NFL, not just the Cowboys, since 2019. He's looking like an MVP, Juan.
Why don't we throw another stat up there? Right now, they got a guy on the defensive side since 2016 has the most pick sixes in the NFL, straight out of NorCal from Modesto, California. We talk about the homeboy Deron Bland.
Shout out to Bland, man.
Hell yeah. North California native and everything like that. Shout outs. But, man, I believe this is the one part that's got me kind of like tripping out, and I'm going to say this for the first time. This is what I think we all could think of that we expected to see, especially with this high-caliber offense. This is, I think, what I expected to see out of the Bengals. Like the way that they're throwing bombs, the way that they're able to move.
Good point.
You got two great wide receivers in CD, George Pickens. You know, you got a tight end on you. You got a running back, you know. So, the way they looked these last couple games, especially with the deep ball and just being able to just spread the ball like that, is how I expected the Bengals to look this year. This is what happens when you build an offensive line, Cincinnati. This is what happens when you build an offensive line.
100%, Juan. That's
and here's where it gets even better, bro. Who's their biggest names on defense? Again, we talked about this already again. They only have Trey Hendrickson, right? Who do the Cowboys have?
Bland.
There you go, one-offs. You go ahead and count.
You got Diggs, but he's kind of off right now.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they don't have the greatest defense, but yet they can score. So it's kind of turns into the outscore me. See if you can outscore me. And let's not forget the kicker for the Cowboys.
Oh yeah,
Aubrey's a monster.
It's a machine.
Yeah, automatic.
Right.
Never have to worry about it. Oh man, we just got to get past the 50.
His name should be Brandon Machine Aubrey.
Bro, I'm telling you, all you got to do is just get it past the 50. You're guaranteed your 3 points.
He's straight up.
That's all you got to do.
And he's changing the game for the NFL. I don't know if we discussed that. Was that?
No, we haven't really got into that part yet.
Okay, because
his accuracy is amazing. His kicking power is amazing.
Well, not even that. Just knowing that you only have to get to the 50-yard line, that changes your whole strategy of
for sure
play calling.
Absolutely.
Like that's insane to me. Like,
and not only that, but you got to prepare for that on defense.
And we're talking Curry changing the game for the NBA. Aubrey, a kicker, is changing the game.
He's putting up threes too.
Right. But Juan, before we move on from the Cowboys, I want to, give the fans a little shout out right here because, they've been through some tough years.
Absolutely.
And they always believe, sometimes they're a little,
it's
somewhat delusional sometimes you can say.
I mean, but what fan base
Respectfully.
doesn't get that way?
Right.
You know what I mean? Especially when you have like either everything's going good, then that's when you get to ride that little high horse.
Right.
But just always kind of keep yourself humble enough to where you're not over the top. You know what I mean?
So let me just build them up again real quick.
Oh shit.
Let me just build them up. Let them be like, man, that dude on Kings at the Table was saying that we have a really good chance. Well, yeah, I really believe that, Juan. I think this offense, you just nailed it. You said the Bengals. How the Bengals are supposed to look. Well, you remember when the Bengals made the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Right?
It looked that good.
It looked that good. I think about a year ago or 2 years ago, I think I threw them in the Super Bowl one year, and I was like, they can make it against the Ravens. It was something crazy like that, right?
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
Okay, well,
there was a point where they looked. It's always the second half of the season for them. You know what I mean?
So I don't want to say they're making the Super Bowl, but don't sleep on them because they got the pieces. One thing about franchises is that once you win the Super Bowl, you can't go away from that identity of winning a Super Bowl, right?
You keep it going till somebody figures out how to stop it.
You are the only franchise that knows how to build that team the way that Super Bowl was won.
With the egos and all the high caliber guys that they've had.
Okay, so when they won that Super Bowl, they had a Troy Aikman.
Yep.
That's kind of like a Dak.
Okay.
They had a Emmitt Smith. Well, there's that acquirement of Javonte Williams. Don't sleep on Williams.
Good, man.
He's a dog.
He's good. He's nice.
CeeDee Lamb, Michael Irving, George Pickens.
I mean, hey, you're just adding on to that.
Do we talk about their defense a lot in those Super Bowl years? We talk about prime time. Who they got that just did the
Deron Bland.
Am I on to something?
Is this history repeating itself once again? Damn, this is a historical episode, folks. Go get the history books. Let's go ahead and just start flipping through these pages. So like, it's happening again.
And one historical goddamn game, Juan. I don't even want to get started, but please
don't rip your shirt off, bro. Don't scatterboo over here, bro. Don't rip the brand new shirt off. Don't rip the brand new shirt off.
Pure. It's pure, bro.
So is it safe to say that you had a possibility of a stroke?
Oh, bro.
Watching your Broncos come back in that 5-6 minute mark.
I probably at one point couldn't understand how I was breathing. Yeah.
If we needed you on a monitor.
I was just like, what am I witnessing right now?
Edge of your seat. Do you have fingernails left?
I never do.
Oh, there you go. See?
Juan.
Come on, Rich. Go ahead. Go fan out. Fan out.
All right,
because fan out because you deserve it. If you were a Bronco fan on Sunday, man, holy shit! Like you're like, look at my hands.
Yeah.
Look at my hands. Tripping out right there.
You're talking a historical game. Has never been done before. You're talking 1,062 games where a team has led by 18 with 6 minutes left, straight, undefeated. Well, the Broncos are the first team to come back. And then, you have to mention, Juan, you have to, because if you're a fan of the NFL, not just the Broncos, this night was for Demaryius Thomas. He was in the Ring of Fame. His family was there. It was just all for him, and it's almost like he was there, not to get all spiritual, but straight up, because it was just a miracle game. When they were down 19-0, Juan, I shit you not, you don't believe me or whatnot, I said this game ain't over. How is it not over? 19-0?
Because you have to believe.
You have to believe, Juan. And
Quack. Quack, quack.
Straight up, that game, I can't even put it into words, Juan. Like, I'm not even a player, and I felt what the players felt. There's no way. Maybe they felt a little more because they were there
They were
playing. But it was just like, Juan, a miracle game.
It was an emotional game. Bro, like, you don't get to see these that often.
Never.
And we're getting to see, and can we just say that this year in the NFL, we've been having some bangers of a game when you least expect them. Who in the hell would have thought that we would have got this out of these two teams? You know what I mean?
Not in the beginning of the year, but, definitely recently, kind of going to that London thing, Juan, you could ask a couple people that were watching the game, it looked like the Broncos were one step back all the way.
And you're talking about that fatigue.
That fatigue, bro. You went to Philadelphia on the road. You beat them. Go all the way to London to play the Jets, and then come back home in 3 weeks. That's a lot of traveling.
Hell of traveling. You go into the East Coast, and then you went all the way over there, and then you come back, and then you got to play in in the higher elevation, less breath.
No excuse. But
no excuse, because the Broncos went in there and handled the business.
Straight up, Juan.
It was a bonito kind of a game,
Yeah, and he was quiet that game. But hats off to the Giants, though.
And you know what? That's another team that they got to kind of get a couple little things together, and we're going to be talking something different here soon. It's amazing how these teams are being able to kind of we're figuring out different things. The game is changing, and you're seeing it. You know what I mean? Again, like you said, hats off to the Giants putting up a great game. Folded at the end. Can't be doing that again. This is a learning lesson. And they're going to keep pushing. The reason they get these little passes is because why? They're a young team. They're building something. They're trying to figure out what they're going to do next. And it sucks because they don't have receiver in Malik Neighbors. I mean, who knows what could have happened in that game had he had his big target. So, I mean, but what do we always say? It's next man up. And they're playing next man up. So, again, it's going to be interesting to see what the Giants are going to be doing now, moving forward.
Right. Giants are definitely a sleeping giant, Juan. And I'm talking about the way they built their team. It's been year in, year out. They're building their foundation. Now it's starting to elevate. You're starting to see the picture. And it's like, who is behind all this? Is it the head coach? Is it general manager? They're doing the right things right now, Juan.
Absolutely. They're building
Jackson, Dart,
Scatterboo,
dude from Penn State, DN. Ah, shit, I forgot his name. Abdul Carter, all in one draft class, Juan. That is hitting a fucking grand slam.
Ohtani, you hit an Ohtani.
Bro.
Three big hits right there.
3 big hits in the same draft, and that's how you build a franchise.
Let's not even forget the fact that,
you got Burns there.
You got Burns over there. You
Neighbors.
You got Thibodeau over there. You know what I mean? Like, you got something going here. So, It's going to be really cool to see what's going on with the Giants moving forward.
I'm not going to be shocked if you're going to start seeing a ton of Giants jerseys. Obviously, Sacramento, you'll see Scatterboo because well-deserved.
I might actually go pick me one up just to represent.
Yep, but you're going to start seeing a lot of Dart jerseys.
What about moving forward in that division? That's going to be crazy to think about.
Right. That's a stacked division.
It's getting there. So, I mean.
All of them.
All of them.
Every single team on that team. That might be the best division.
That's crazy. We move right back to the beast in the East.
I was just about to say that.
That's crazy. And Eagles need a kind of,
they're on them.
In how we talk, que se ponen las pelas.
Right.
Because, bro, you barely got past Minnesota. That could have been another loss.
Oh, 3 in a row.
Damn. What are we really talking here?
Yeah.
That's literally anybody's division.
And we haven't even mentioned the injury with Jaden Daniels. I just hope it doesn't turn into this RG3 thing, knocking on wood. We're a big Jaden Daniels fan here.
And, that's going to be interesting to see. And, them too, we kind of thought they had their thing building, you know what I mean? And we're going to see how they're going to, what route they're going to go because – you can't fall off in that division right now, especially right now. You got to stay in the runnings.
And one team that's doing that, regardless of the injuries, is
the 49ers.
49ers. Sunday night at home against the Falcons. After the Falcons came off an upset against the Bills, you were thinking that was a 50-50 game. If not, you might have gave the edge to the Falcons because I did.
Because I did too.
Okay.
That screwed me over.
Oh,
damn it. All Sunday, I hit every single one except for the damn Falcons. I hit every single game but that Falcons game.
That's hats off to you, man. That's a good call.
No, man, that was a horrible call. That was a horrible call, man. Yeah. I could have been up there, but hey, it is what it is. But what are we talking with these Niners now, Rich? What are we really going to talk about right now? Because are you going to go back to Purdy? Are you going to stay with Mac Jones?
That's the question we're asking every week. It's just more so of you have to see Purdy healthy. But then again, do you? It's like, I'm not sure, Juan.
If it ain't broke,
don't fix it. Mac Jones is balling.
Bro, are we talking a repeat again? History repeating itself? What did
their history is more recent. It's almost like every 3 or 4 years.
3 years, yeah. But this is the first time we're seeing it. Remember when Alex Smith got paid?
Everyone, Garoppolo.
Yeah, and
Kaepernick.
Then who ends up coming out with the little? You know what I mean? He's coming out with the Superman shirt and. Mac Jones is just flourishing in this offense. Is it the system? Is it Shanahan? What are we talking about here? Because everything they're doing is working. Everything they're trying out is working. It's not a home run every time, but it's getting you somewhere. You're still relevant. They're still down a ton of guys, and yet they're still out there playing.
Yeah, you have to give credit to Kyle Shanahan. You have to. I've been on record, and I still hold my take about potentially moving on from Kyle Shanahan. Right now, he's saying, "Hey, Rich, I heard what you said.
Watch this.
Hold
my beer."
Yeah, hold my beer. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'll hold it, but it ain't going nowhere. You still have to show that you can win a Super Bowl.
Your beer's getting warm, Kyle.
Yeah, it's like, bro, I get it. No disrespect to any Niner fan or anything, but it's like the Niners franchise ain't about season wins, bro.
No, it's about the hardware. You got to get that trophy back.
And I'm not saying that you can't win a Super Bowl, but injuries are a real thing. And when it comes to playoffs, these other teams will make sure that guy is a second string.
Yep.
And he was a second string for a reason.
Yep. They can't handle the top of the competition. But you know what I do want to say, Rich? The Niners are out there doing these things, right? Hurt like crazy. If any other team had this many injuries, this season is over. But what I'm getting at though is they're still being relevant. We're still talking about them. They're still out there performing. They're still out there grinding. And you have other teams, AFC North, that have the same amount of injuries and problems and things going on there, and yet they're still. They don't even give you that kind of satisfaction of hey, you know what? Even though we're hella banged up, we can still go out there and win.
Say a team.
Nah. You know what I'm going to say.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're coming, Juan.
I know.
Okay.
It's okay. Let them come back. But
the Bengals.
Nah.
Oh.
The Ravens. You tell me right now you could watch a Ravens game and be like, you know what? They can go out there and fucking produce. They can go out there and win.
Without Lamar, no. Right.
They don't have Purdy.
Right.
Where are we talking about?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Bengals.
Oh, no. No, the Bengals, they obviously went out there.
They're coming, though, huh?
They went out there and played. But what I'm saying is the Ravens, they aren't giving – they're hurt. We all know they're hurt.
Right.
But that's not an excuse.
I'm not giving them a pass.
Look at what they're doing.
Hell no. Yeah.
So they're getting back Lamar Jackson. They're supposedly getting him back after this week because they ran their bye week.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens. If you got that same attitude and Lamar's doing how he left, because, again, I'm not sold that he was hurt.
Right, but you're talking 2-3 weeks.
Yeah. So, I mean, if he comes back and we're getting that same energy, there's something going on there.
What if he turns it around? What if they just become all of a sudden the division, fighting for the division?
I mean, can it happen? Yes, it can happen.
But I'm saying that speaks volumes for Lamar, right?
Does it? Or does it only speak volumes for the team because they didn't want to play for them? They didn't play great the time that he was out.
No, I get that one, but like you're just saying that without Lamar, they have no chance. If he comes back and shows them the fight.
No, what I'm saying is that, look, the Niners are out Purdy. That was supposed to be their savior, their man, their dude.
But we're debating if Mac Jones or Purdy should start. We're not going to debate not even one bit with Lamar and who's Cooper Rush.
Fuck. But I mean, that's what I'm saying though. They're still out there competing. The Niners are out there competing. When I watch a Ravens game right now, I don't see fight. I don't see the dog in them.
So my point, Juan, I'm not debating that. My point is that just speaks how much Mac Jones has said this. I could lead this damn team to where we need to go.
So then why isn't the next man up doing that over there in Baltimore?
No,
so I get the whole quarterback thing.
Right.
I get that part. So what I'm saying is if the Ravens come out this week, I'm not exactly sure who they're playing. If they come out and they look like the Ravens that played against Houston, what's going to be the argument there?
With Lamar?
Yes.
Oh, then they're screwed.
Yeah.
They're screwed.
That's what I'm saying. If the Ravens come out like that, to me, they gave up completely.
Oh, right.
If we get a Lamar Jackson that did the same thing that he did that day when he left the field,
right.
I can't put him up there anymore.
No,
if he walks off the field again, I can't put him up there anymore.
You're saying Lamar in general?
Lamar Jackson, if he walks off that field, kind of like in a bullshit, use my language, but in that kind of a scenario, or whatever, like a quit. Because, bro, that's what he did. We shit on Anthony Richardson for that one time. Everybody did. But Lamar got that pass.
Okay.
So, held to the same standard. You want to be the leader of the franchise? Anthony Richardson wanted to be the leader of the franchise. You know what I mean? Does he have the skill set as Lamar Jackson? No. What are we comparing? Apples and oranges. It's not the same thing. I understand that. But we're talking about a leader. A guy you believe in 100%, a leader walking off the field. If Bo Nix did that.
Well, that's your opinion about walking off. I believe he's injured, so that doesn't make you right or me right because we don't know if he's hurt, right?
True.
Right?
True.
What if he's really hurt, bro, and he's out there playing on an injury? So, like you said, he had 2 weeks off. If he comes back and balls out, what are we sitting here saying?
One game fluke, depending on also too, it depends on who they play.
Okay.
I don't have it off the top of my hand.
We can't put the goalposts farther and farther because we were just saying if it's the same thing, we're going to say, oh, I can't count him as a leader. Exactly. Well, if he comes back and looks good and wins that game and looking like the old Lamar, we're going to be like, damn, they might be back.
The defense is too banged up. They got to figure that whole part out.
Again, that's a whole other thing with the Ravens because I've been a little down on them this year. But, yeah, hats off to the Niners. Falcons kind of blew that game. They didn't really show up.
Yeah, and then there was a controversial kind of little statement there, but, we don't know. I mean, I knew about the rule, but I don't know it 100%. I don't know if that applied to that whole situation.
You're talking about where McCaffrey got somewhat pulled into the end zone?
He got pulled in. I know you could push. We have the tush push out here.
Right.
Can you pull a player into the end zone? And that's actually a flag. You can't pull them in. So does that touchdown count?
Doesn't mean they wouldn't have won.
Yeah, absolutely not. But, I mean, held to the same standard again.
Right.
So, yeah. Monday night, who you got, Rich? We got two doubleheader Monday night. We got the Bucks going into Detroit, and then you have Houston going into Seattle. What are your thoughts? Who you got?
I think the Bucks have their two receivers tonight. Well, possibly Mbuka and Mike Evans, which he's been gone for quite some time. He's on my fantasy league. I've been waiting. And by the way, whoever's in our league, watch out because Mike Evans is coming back.
Be scared.
Yeah. I'm going to have to go to Detroit, though. They're at home. I think they pulled this one off. As far as the other game, Houston going into Seattle. That's a tough one. In Seattle, Houston has to make some noise to win this game and bring their season back to life, especially what the Colts are doing in their division. But I'm going to go Seattle, Juan.
So for
Who
me,
you got?
I'm going to run with the Bucks. I know the injuries are kind of a killer there, but I think they're going to come out in that Baker Mayfield energy, and he's going to get it done out there. Again, hoping that Ibuka comes back and Mike Evans, because then it would really be a game out there. So it'll be a passing attack versus a running attack, if you will.
Playoff type.
Yeah. History repeating itself, baby.
Right.
So then, let's go Bucks. And then for the other game, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go run with Seattle. They have a couple injuries on the defensive side, but I think they can still manage to handle this Houston Texans team. Again, they need to do something. They're kind of in the same pace. They're not improving, but they're not, declining.
Right.
So it's just going to be interesting to see which team actually comes out. So yeah.
Definitely. Well, that's it for what we got this week, Juan. But what do we always say on this show?
Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. You talk to us, we always talk right back to you. If you guys like these shirts, hit us up on the DMs. We'll get everything all set up. We also still got our hats. And, so we'll be looking forward to talking to you guys next week.
That's right. What do we always say, Juan?
If you're a king,